I caught him. Maybe he didn't even know that I was gone. I'm like a ninja. Test, it's working. Hey, good morning, Duff here. Once again in California, in Canto, I believe is where we are, where I am in Canto Park. I'm doing a ride with Marty. We're going to be, well, Marty and a bunch of guys, we're going to be doing approximately 90 miles. And the highlight of this ride is Marty has the Sherman L with him. And I'm going to be the one riding it. So we're going to see how it goes. Should be interesting. Had a little minor scare this morning where when I first punched in this destination, it said it was going to take me 3 hours and 30 minutes to go 36 miles. And then I later figured out that I actually was clicked on the link to bike here instead of drive. So I got here, it took about an hour or so. So all's good. So gonna gear up and let's see what happens. Should be less impactful than Fullerton Loop, which was impactful, but I'm still okay. I'm walking without a limp. It's just fat, yeah, it's just... Marty's doing his first impressions video. It's a Marty thing.
I could definitely feel it being heavier than Lynx. I feel that. I don't feel as light as
it's like waiting in line at the doctor's office.
I don't know why. Well, the Lynx I rode was owned by guys over there.
Just checking out Marty's Master Pro. Still doing first impressions.
I feel like it rides better, but that's just because I'm biased.
All right, we are rolling. I think we have a total of 5 or 6 people today. Had to do some modifications to my gear, specifically my wireless mic, because I kind of broke it yesterday at Fullerton Loop. So I have the receiver Velcroed to the handle of my selfie stick, which is also broken. I broke that when I crashed into the wall a couple days ago. So lots of rigging going on. I'll have to address it when I get back, but hopefully we make it through today, because this is projected to be a roughly 90-mile ride. Got a lot of time on my hands. But it's gonna be interesting to do this on the L, you know, because I've had the Sherman S for a long time, and it's one of my favorite wheels, so we'll see how the L translates with its greater battery capacity than the Sherman Lynx. See how it feels. And we got bikers taking up the whole path. So this wheel, if you're not aware, let me extend my selfie stick, my broken selfie stick. I can't really extend it that well. All right, there we go. It's a little better. This wheel basically has the same power specs as the Lynx. It's a 151 volt system, but whereas the Lynx only has a 2700 watt hour battery, this has 4,000 watt hours. And they have utilized the magnesium shell to cut weight, which allows this wheel to weigh approximately the same as the Sherman S, which has 3,600 watt hours in it. And it's only a 100 volt wheel, the Sherman S. So yeah, this is hopefully more of a good thing. So I'll be at a slight disadvantage compared to the other guys in this ride, because all of them are able to ride seated on their wheels. Marty has his Master Pro, which is a super tall wheel, and he has a seat on top of it, so he can ride seated. And the other guys are more flexible than me, and they can get down on their EX30s and ride seated very easily as well. I will not be riding seated on the Sherman L, so I will be standing the entire time. So let's see how this goes, because this is going to wind up being my longest ride ever. I just had my longest ride on the Mount Baldy ride, which was a little over 70 miles. I've done 70 miles before, but Mount Baldy was like 71 or 72. So that was technically my longest ride, but this will clearly be my longest ride. So I didn't realize that part of this trail, like I didn't realize that we're kind of in the same general area that we were for the Mount Baldy ride. We're going to be going past the Cogswell Dam. I did not realize, and we're also going past the point where I wiped out against that embankment as well. So yeah, it's going to be an adventure. Nice way to wrap up my trip. I do fly back to Florida tomorrow. You can see the dam down there. Don't have this kind of stuff in Florida, for sure. So I have to film him too. It's only fair. It's interesting to get a behind the scenes look at what goes into a Marty Backey video, Although I kind of knew, but I've been exposed to more and more. I feel like I had the inside scoop. Very exciting. Wheels feeling good so far. I do feel a difference with a 70-pound spring, which this has, versus the lighter springs that are on my other veteran wheels. My Sherman S, I think, has a 62-pound spring. The Patton has a 58-pound spring, so I do notice a difference in the softness of the ride, but it's still good, but I do know a difference. And also I have not touched the any of the settings on the shock, so it's all stock. As I mentioned, seated, standing. Okay, we just stopped for a few minutes. Just a little. I just downed my first set of Pop-Tarts. I have one more set to go. That's going to be my main sustenance for today, as well as the ice cream that you can supposedly buy up at this visitor center that that's going to be our turnaround spot. So yeah, things are going well. The only negative I would say is I can tell that a 70-pound spring is stiffer than my other veteran wheels, but it's okay. We're just doing flat roads, so it doesn't really matter. I did move these pads. These are just third-party pads, 3D printed pads actually. I just moved the brake pad back a little bit at that stop. And okay, and now I can actually touch them. I wasn't touching them before. And yeah, we'll check in later. That's Jeremy in front of me. He's riding Kato style. I didn't know that was a thing. Evidently when Kato rides, he has his arms crossed in front of him a lot. I'm not quite sure. Did not know. But that is what Jeremy is doing. I mean, just look at the visuals here, right? So different, so different. It's good to experience different things, right? There's something to be said about the routine and being comfortable in your routine, but there's also something to be said about stepping outside those boundaries sometimes. And I've been trying to do that more and more often. We're about, well, I don't know. I messed my mileage up. I'm not sure how many miles we are into the ride, but Marty will tell me. I'm guessing 20 plus, I would think. So I don't know, another 25 or so to ice cream and whatever. Got these cool twisty roads going on. I get to further up. Okay, we're going left. All right, more later. One thing I discovered was, I brought my little backpack that I got with my LS2 helmet. I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's small, holds enough stuff. So that's what I packed for the trip. Of course, when I packed for the trip, I did not know that we're doing a 90-mile ride. That was not known to me at the time. And this backpack, even though it's nice and small and compact, it doesn't have lots of padding on these straps, the shoulder straps. So it's going to get increasingly more uncomfortable, I believe, as the ride goes on. That's okay. I'll tough it out, but maybe I'll take a picture of what my shoulders look like at the end of this. I think they might have like 2 red lines on either side. One other thing I forgot to mention is at the turnaround point in this ride, we're supposed to be roughly 8,000 feet in elevation, which, if my memory serves me correct, will be the highest elevation that I've ever ridden an electric unicycle. Fun fact. Car behind us. On my video, I'm going to have a counter every time Marty says it's only 90 miles or it's only a short ride. Jesus.
It's only 90 miles.
Might as well do 100, right? It sounds so much nicer.
Yeah.
This is not the 120, 130, sorry.
130.
Or the
that you did at night, right? This is what you did at night. This course. You're right, but this is the basic course, right?
This is only 90.
Yeah, right, I know. Jeremy said it's only 90, yes.
Only 90 miles.
Only 90. We are now on a section of the road that is actually closed to traffic. Evidently after like a huge forest fire a couple years ago, they closed this off. Marty said it took them 6 months to put the fire out. So yeah, we got the whole road to ourselves. That's nice. Super pretty. Where are we going?
So, I wanted to tell you something.
What? What?
So this is the road that's been closed since 1975.
Oh, 75?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just closed for the forest fires.
No, this has been closed since, you'll see these whole mountain ranges are apparently like some of the most rugged places to build a road in the United States.
Really?
So there's landslides all the time.
Oh, wow.
So they never put money into it after 1975.
No kidding.
Long time.
Yeah, I'll say. I see some of those rocks you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marty said there's random rocks on the road. You have to kind of pay attention. So I will do my best. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be filming. I don't know.
Don't ride side by side people here, because you might rapidly need to.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I mean, just look at this. I mean, it's like Rock Slide City. Holy crap. So this road has not been maintained since the 70s, and it looks it. Just letting you take a look at what I'm seeing. Pretty crazy, right? It just started to feel cooler. I guess we hit an altitude where we can actually get a little bit of relief from the warm temperatures. It feels good because it's been quite hot.
If he doesn't try to talk us
in this situation, because I'm pretty sure he would open up the gate and just drive and get us. All right, that's my gut.
All right, so then why don't we just sit down looking less like we're waiting for him to leave?
No, we're going to go. You
gotta go now?
I don't think he's
going anytime soon.
I don't think he's going in.
So there's another gate, closed off section of road. This time with a guy from the construction company in a truck, kind of guarding the gate, and Marty and the other guys were concerned that they weren't going to let us through. Marty had a conversation with the guy and he said, yeah, you can go, but you know, at your own risk, basically. So that's what we're doing. We are proceeding at our own risk.
We'll come down here even if it's closed. Work cars. So
okay.
Watch the blind corners.
I will watch them. Marty and I are just hanging back a little bit. Since range on the Sherman L should be good, but it's not a known quantity, right? So we don't want to assume that it can get tons and tons of range. I mean, it'll get great range, but we don't know exactly how much. And you know, the plan is to charge at this turnaround spot, and there's a possibility that the outlets might not be working, I guess Marty said. So, or we have to be able to get back possibly. And there's a squirrel. Dawn would appreciate that. Squirrel. I've been seeing these on the ground, these big wampum pine cones, and I'm like, you know what? This would be a great souvenir for me to remember this ride, because I keep seeing them on the road. So I just stopped and grabbed one. I didn't tell Marty, he's ahead of me. He's probably like, oh shit, stuff crashed. No, everything's fine, Marty, no worries, I'll catch up to you. But yeah, now I had the pine cone. Pine cone. I caught him. Maybe he didn't even know that I was gone. I'm like a ninja. Okay, we are at the apex here, 7,900 feet, if you can see that, probably can't. Dawson Saddle. I'm officially higher than ever before. And look at the view over there. Not too shabby, not too shabby, not too shabby. Pine cone. I guess I can tell this story while we are getting close to our turnaround point. So this morning I punched in the link that Marty had for the ride. You know, they post all these rides on Telegram. and it takes me to a Google map, and I hit okay, go, you know, go, because I'm going to go there. It came back and it said estimated time of travel was 3.5 hours. And I'm like, what the F is going on? Because last night I checked and it was like an hour. I'm like, how can that be? And I told Marty, I said, like, GPS is telling me 3.5 hours. Is it, maybe there's like horrible accidents, or I don't know, but it says 3.5 hours. And Marty's like, oh shit, I mean, I might have to cancel the ride. And I said, well, let's see if it gets better. So I headed out and I started driving, and the navigation is like sending me like onto a couple back streets, and just, it didn't make sense what it was doing. So I looked at it closer, and for whatever reason, that pin that was included in the Telegram invite was mapping bike route, the bike route, yes. So I redid it manually, changed it to car navigation, and I got here in an hour. So yeah, crisis avoided, but I almost thought this wasn't gonna happen for a second, but you know, things worked out. I hit the button on the camera too soon, but there actually was some snow nestled back in a corner back there. Crazy, right? Still got some snow. So yeah, it is a lot cooler now. I still feel okay. I'm not cold, but I am the least dressed of anybody here. But yeah, snow. Didn't expect to see snow in July. Look down at the lower elevations. And then look at Marty riding seated. I mean, this is cooler, right? This trip has been all about new experiences, Marty, if you haven't noticed. Okay. I gotta fill in Marty with everything. All right, so we're charging here now. I'm actually going to be smart. I'm going to charge my mic and my transmitter while we are eating as well, because sometimes I forget to do that and then they die. So let me do that. I'll be back soon. Ooh, all right, I'm back. Got some freshly charged transmitter, freshly charged receiver. Sherman L is now showing 7 of 8 battery bars. Let's see, because we don't need to charge it to full, so let's see what our voltage is at. We're back up to 142.5 volts. So that will be our starting point for the descent.
See what it, and make a note of what it is when we get to Cogswell.
Because of the regen. Yeah, okay. Yep. So anyways, all right, Marty's gearing up. We had a wonderful lunch. We got to lay in a hammock. I had my second set of Pop-Tarts and some Hershey Kisses, courtesy of Marty. So.
Well, Marty, I'm gonna get going.
All right.
Oh, you're gonna leave us?
Yeah, I'll probably go because I.
He's gonna go faster. Let me just get my Sherman L chair. All right, there we go. So yeah, the ride back down should go quicker because we're going downhill. We don't have to worry about battery at all. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to going a little quicker, because on the way up here was mostly like 20 to 25. So hopefully we're like, I don't know, 25 to 35 maybe on the way back. And I'm feeling okay physically, hanging in there with a little assist from Advil, which always is helpful. And Marty's almost ready. I mean, look, he's got his gear on. I mean, he still has some more gear to go. Marty has a lot of gear, but he's almost ready.
I'm in no rush. Everyone around
I know.
here,
Well, Marty's
we gotta go.
Marty's retired.
Duff has to get back by 5 or
something. I gotta prepare for my big journey back to humid Florida. Feels nice up here though. The humidity is at least gone up here. Although it feels a little warmer. That one section we went through was really cooling off. It feels a little warmer here, a little bit.
You saw the snow still.
Yeah, I did see the snow. I didn't get my camera on in time to get it, but yeah, that's crazy. There's still snow.
Some of the sections of the road are they're in the northern side of the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you feel.
Okay.
Cooler.
They don't get that much sun.
And here we're on the south side of the mountain.
Mm-hmm. We're officially rolling once again. We are rolling. Marty usually likes to have routes where you come one way and go the other, or go back another, not the same way, but this is an out and back. But his feeling is you get to see a different side of the mountains on the way back, which is true. And there really is no bad view, so I'm looking forward to it. Let's roll. Okay, I've now shifted to the back of the pack. We are down to 4 riders. Two of the guys left ahead. They're going to ride fast to get down because they have some more strict time restraints. I kind of have time restraints too, but not strict. So they're down ahead of us. So we have 4 remaining. We're going much faster than we did on the way up, which is good. Feels good to mix it up. How do you like that rock face? Oh my goodness. I mean, it's just, this is just a visually, like visual overload, what you're seeing here on this ride. If you ever get out here and get a chance to do it, I would recommend it. I think one of the things that's like unique about this whole experience when you're riding the mountains is, you know, so much of my exposure to Southern California is just being overwhelmed with humanity, man. There's so many people here, there's so much traffic, it takes forever to get somewhere. But then you still are able to come out here and basically be by yourself and enjoy nature. It's really interesting, the diversity that you are still able to have experiences like this, even though this place is crazy populated. This is an area that was part of that forest fire, as you can see. Lots and lots of burned up trees. All right, so we are out of the area where it's no cars. Back to regular road. Now back on the very rocky section, as in rocks in the road. It's going well. Definitely covering ground much quicker on the way back. Test, all right. All right, we just got done taking our group photo. This time, instead of utilizing a ground-based camera, Marty put his drone up, which I've seen before. Unfortunately, no one was rolling when Marty fell. I have witnesses here. Marty clearly fell, but he fell. It was very unlucky where he fell. He basically fell on the edge of a pointy rock, on top of a pointy plant right there. Yes.
My hand went into that.
Oh, okay, good.
This went into my butt.
Yeah.
My hip.
Yeah, that's a keeper. Yeah, because the hill there is very loose and steep. So, and the Master Pro is very heavy, so that's what happens.
This is why, if I get a lighter wheel that can get most of the range of a Master Pro
there you go.
like that,
yeah,
that's kind of one of the advantages, right?
Sure. Yep. So be sure to take photos of that injury when you get home, Marty, so we can see the bruise.
It's going to be with me for a month.
Yep.
At least.
In case you want to see what the tire looks like from my perspective, I don't know if you can see it very well. Interesting tread. It's an 80/90/14. And from the sidewall, it looked like it said it was...
You think they'll give you a Commander L to test?
The Commander L.
That just seems like such a...
I wonder what that's going to cost. Less, of course.
It has to be less.
Of course. And who's going to buy it, right? Yep.
Because there's no doubt the quality is, you know...
Right. Yep. All right, Marty survived his fall. We are ready to move. Marty's a trooper. I didn't realize Tim shot down. He took off. This is Nature's Water Stop right now. Tim grabbed some spring water coming out of that waterfall, which we did the other day in a video you may or may not have seen yet. Quite sure what that structure is there. A water tank, I guess. I don't know. Interesting. Check it out, Eli. I got your sticker on my helmet. I didn't forget, man. I didn't forget. I think it was on that side. I don't know. If not, I'll take a picture of it. All right, so we're out of the steep part of it. I think we're kind of in the more foothill area. I guess I don't know. I guess that's what you call it. So I think we're getting close, close to the end. I think. Yeah, I'm holding up okay. My legs are sore. My feet are somewhat sore, but all in all, I can't complain. You know, for it being my longest ride by quite a bit. I really cannot complain. Sherman L's been great. Except for the trolley handle lockout, or it's really the only negative thing that I could tell you about it right this moment. We are in the home stretch. I don't know, 5 miles maybe? I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I held up better than expected. Let's just put it that way. In more ways than one. Wow, we're back in a bike lane. Thankfully, it's kind of a pain in the ass that last section. There's a lot of vehicles on that road and not a whole lot of room to give them space, so that they just kind of pile up behind you, and then when you get a chance, if there's a pull out, you just kind of pull in there. But I prefer this situation. Much less stressful. Just because it's an interesting visual. To me, at least. I should have just ran this while we did yours. I should have just been recording. But I can't sit it as a tripod anymore because I broke it off at Fullerton Loop. Can you believe this thing still works? It's crazy.
Are you running right now?
Yeah, I'm running. Yeah, I'm running.
Yeah, it's like, you guys can't see this in the video, of course, but...
I'm going to take a picture of it and show them.
Yeah, this beautiful...
It's a 5-footer.
Your 5-footer with the tripod things, and they don't exist anymore on the ground, right?
No.
And this is shortened because part of it broke off.
Now it's a 3-footer.
And other parts have fallen off.
Yeah, we've had lots of fun, but yeah, the ride was great. Sherman L overall, very positive experience. I think it's going to be a popular wheel, especially for those that are looking for more range. I know Marty's hoping that this could be not a replacement, but a substitute for your Master Pro.
For a lot
so,
of riding,
yeah,
except for the very long.
Right, because the Master Pro is a beast. You know, comfortable and everything, but it is a huge wheel, huge and heavy wheel. So yeah, but this is going to basically wrap up my riding portion of the California trip. I go back to Florida tomorrow. Big thanks to Marty. Big thanks to Roger, Dawn, Larry, Aaron. Everyone was very inviting. Everybody was very friendly. Make me feel like part of the family, and I appreciate that. So I don't know. Do you have anything else to say? How's your experience? I know Marty is very impressed at how much I've improved in a year and a half.
Actually, no, I am. Really.
I know you are. I know.
Because
I am too. I'm surprised.
It was a year and a half.
It was a year and a half.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
And yeah, in that last ride, we kind of killed stuff. It felt like on that Mount Body ride, and it's,
Yep.
and distinct difference. I
Yeah.
mean, and he was even saying, I don't know, I could probably do the tour. You were saying before that no way would I do the tour, but
well,
now
yeah, I probably
could
could.
see yourself doing it.
I probably could.
And then on the the Fullerton Loop stuff with all the challenges, you were pretty much up for every challenge that was.
I didn't try to go up. I didn't try to go up the lady jump.
No, but
most of them.
A lot of stuff, yeah. He's doing stuff that I'm like, yeah, I don't need to do it.
Yep.
So yeah,
It's a good experience.
Good progress.
Yeah. So anyways.
So I enjoyed Duff's visit.
Yes.
I was like personally seeing him.
And I enjoyed Martin's visit.
It's been actually 8 years since we've known each other.
Yes, we talked about that in the live stream. If you haven't seen that live stream, you really need to go back and watch it. I'm going to make it into a podcast, but I mean, it was 2 hours of just us just shooting the shit, talking about all kinds of stuff. So yeah, check it out.
But we both started. He started a couple months before me, but my July this month was my 8-year anniversary of starting EUCs, and Duff was a couple months before me.
Yep.
And
8 years.
We pretty much started communicating back in those days.
Yeah, and we just kind of evolved together, I think. So, yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But the good news is I probably will be back here again in December. So, it's not goodbye. It's farewell for now. That's all. That's all. So, all right. I think that's all I have.
All right.
All right. Did they leave? No, they didn't leave.
No,
Tim. Oh, there they are. Oh, hi. Tim and Tom. Sorry. They're the only remaining two. We lost Justin and Jeremy on the way. But yeah, I think that's all I got. So until next time, Duffman out. Oh, you got to say your safe riding.
Safe riding.
Safe riding. One more thing. One of the things that Marty promoted for this ride is, yeah, when you get up to the top of the visitor center, they have ice cream. We had no ice cream. It was closed. so I just ate Pop-Tarts. It's okay, he didn't know.